Some people always knew that they would be successful. It was never a question of whether or not they would be successful. It was always destined to happen. Some people are born with a feeling that they are special and that they are here for a larger purpose, and some people don't have that feeling. Some people never wonder if they'll be successful. There's no internal debate, no questioning, no second guessing. It's not about being loud or flashy, it's just something they know. Not because they have proof, but because the feeling has always been there. It's quiet, steady, it lives under the surface, not in the performance. From the outside, it might look like confidence. From the inside, it's simply awareness. That awareness doesn't need to be explained to anyone. Most people won't get it. They're waiting to feel motivated, waiting to feel ready, waiting to be noticed. But the ones who actually build something real, they don't wait. They start early, they move quietly, and carry that vision with them through every season. Even the ones where nothing seems to be happening. There's a difference between wanting success and knowing it's already yours. One is fueled by fear and desperation, and the other is grounded in purpose. If you're someone who's always had that inner pull, that strong, persistent voice telling you you're meant for more, then you already know this isn't about luck. This is about alignment. It's about becoming the kind of person who makes success inevitable. The knowing doesn't come with a timeline. It doesn't tell you exactly when it will happen. But it gives you the stamina to keep going even when no one else sees what they're building. It lets you move with direction even when the outside world offers no guarantees. That's what separates the ones who win. They're not waiting for proof before they show up like it's done. Living with that internal fire means you don't need someone checking in on you to get things done. The work gets done because it needs to, not because someone's watching, not because there's a reward waiting at the end. It gets done because you hold yourself to a standard that most people wouldn't even recognize. That standard lives in how you think, how you speak, how you plan, how you recover, how you lead yourself when no one is clapping. You don't waste energy trying to explain your vision to people who aren't wired for it. You're not looking for their understanding. You're building with or without it. The people meant to be in your life will feel the shift without you needing to announce it. And the rest, that's irrelevant. This is the season of your life where you let structure replace excuses, where you stop running on temporary bursts of inspiration and build something you can actually rely on. Structure isn't restrictive, it's freedom. When you know what needs to happen and you've set your life up to support it, there's no need to guess. You just execute. There will be mornings where it feels easier to stay in bed, days when nothing is clicking, hours where the doubt creeps in. That's when most people stop. That's when they wait for the next wave of motivation to hit. But you don't. You move through it anyways. Because this isn't about feeling good. This is about becoming solid, becoming the version of yourself who can handle everything you've once asked for. That version already exists within you. You're not building yourself from scratch. You're uncovering yourself. You're removing the habits, the distractions, the weak narratives that kept you small. You're aligning your actions with someone who knows exactly where they're going. Before we get into the rest of the video, I wanted to let y'all know that I personally sell high-end hydrogen water bottles on Amazon. These bottles infuse regular water with hydrogen ions, which has numerous health benefits like fast muscle recovery, it reduces inflammation in the body, and it enhances your immune system. If you want to buy a water bottle and support me, the Amazon link is in my bio. I also sell high quality bathroom mats on Amazon that help keep bathrooms clean and odor free. They are linked in my bio as well. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's get right into the video. You don't need permission to start. You don't need the whole plan mapped out. You don't need a round of applause just because you're finally choosing yourself. You get up, you move, you improve, and you do it again tomorrow. The people who rely on discipline are dangerous. They're stable, clear, untouchable, not because they're always in the mood, but because they've trained themselves to move anyways. Every day doesn't have to be groundbreaking. Every task doesn't have to be exciting. Most of what will change your life looks simple, small, and quiet, but done with intention. Over time, it becomes unstoppable. You don't need big breakthroughs. You need consistent action and a ruthless refusal to quit. And if you're in a season right now where it feels slow, where progress feels invisible, that's the season where you double down. That's the space where people either fall off or evolve. There is no need to panic. When it feels quiet, that silence is your advantage. Use it, build in it, no distractions, no noise, no performance, just you, your habits, and the results they will create. There's peace in being self-led and knowing that your life isn't in anyone else's hands. You wake up and make decisions that build your future brick by brick, and no one's coming to do it for you. No one's responsible for pulling you out of bed, dragging you away from your excuses, or handing you the confidence to get started. That's your job. It always has been. Self-respect comes from discipline. The more often you keep your word to yourself, the stronger you get, the clearer you think, the more magnetic your energy becomes. You start walking different when you trust yourself to follow through. That trust gets built through repetition, quietly, privately, day after day. If people fall away during that process, let them. If old versions of you no longer fit, leave them. You're not responsible for dragging your past into your future. You're responsible for becoming someone who can actually handle the life you want. That requires letting go of everything that was tied to your life you've outgrown. No more shrinking to be digestible. No more explaining your goals to people who gave up on theirs. No more living like you have forever to become who you're supposed to be. This is the season where you act like the life you want is non-negotiable. You protect your mornings, you move with direction, you do the work not for attention, but because it's part of who you are. You separate from distractions, cut off the noise, and double down on your vision. You stop tolerating anything that pulls you away from that. Every decision is a vote for the person you're becoming. Every action, no matter how small, is casting a ballot in favor of that future. This is how people become unstoppable, not by chance, not by choice. 1,000 small intentional choices made behind closed doors, with no one watching, with no one clapping for you, with no one asking. It was never about motivation. It was about clarity. It was about identity. It was about becoming someone who no longer negotiates with their potential. Someone who doesn't need hype, permission, or an audience to move. It's someone who wakes up every day with the vision already alive in them. The mindset that takes you to the next level isn't about hype. It's about consistency. You become someone who moves regardless of recognition. The work isn't something you do for praise. It becomes part of your identity. Even when no one notices, you continue. Even when it feels slow, you remain focused. You no longer operate off of emotion. You move because you said you would. That's what creates real separation. That's what makes you dangerous. That your discipline doesn't disappear just because the environment is quiet. Most people stop showing up when results aren't immediate. You keep showing up because the process is what builds you. Every workout when you're tired, every hour spent building, learning, creating, every time you stay locked in while everyone else is distracted, that's compounding. That's stacking results you haven't even seen yet. And when it all clicks, people will call it sudden, but You'll know it was earned in silence. When no one was looking, you don't need perfect conditions to move. You move in chaos. You move in confusion. You move when the path is unclear, and you move when no one gives you a reason to. That's the difference. You no longer wait for the stars to align. You become the force that aligns things. You no longer need your situation to be perfect because you've made yourself solid, and a solid person creates their own momentum. This is where real power starts to show, not when life gives you something, but when you give yourself everything what you once waited for. Validation, direction, discipline. You become the source. You become the reason your life changes. There's no how long will it take mindset anymore. There's only I'll keep going until it happens. People won't understand how you kept going with no support, and that's fine. You're not building this for them. You're not becoming this for applause. You're doing it because the vision demands it, because the old version of you is no longer enough, because settling would kill you slowly, and because you're finally done begging the world to give you what you've already decided is yours. And at this point, there's no going back. You've seen what you're capable of. You've seen what discipline does to your life. You've felt the clarity that comes from cutting the noise. You've experienced the strength of choosing growth over comfort. So now you keep going, and if it takes months, years, seasons, it doesn't matter. The goal isn't just to arrive, it's to become the kind of person who never stops evolving. Someone who doesn't need motivation because you live in motion. It's not a matter of if, it never was. It's a matter of when and whether you're already moving like it's yours. Thank you so much. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, please like, subscribe, and share so more people can acquire this free value I'm providing. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram, which are linked below. Write a positive quote in the comments because someone out there might need to read it. Thank you.